Welcome back to another episode of 10 a.m. tea. I hope you had a fabulous holiday weekend. I know I did. I got a lot of resting and relaxing in, so hopefully you guys did too, and you're starting the week off feeling amazing. Just as a little heads up, next week I'm going to be taking my first ever week off from the clinic, so 10 a.m. tea will be dark, but I will be coming back as of, the second week of June, kind of getting things right back on track for you guys. So please don't fret. Everything will be okay. This week we're going to kind of finish up the 5-element piece, talking in regards to how the 5 elements relate to the organs. Good morning, Amanda. Thanks for tuning in today. So in Chinese medicine, everything has kind of a 3-pronged approach. We have the mind, the body, and the spirit as kind of the aspects that we are all thinking about in regards to sort of everything. It's always mind, body, spirit, holistic, medicine, kind of impacting all areas of your life. So how the heart relates to the mind is actually in knowledge. Did you ever think about the saying, to know something by heart? Why don't we say we know it by brain? Because the heart is where the knowledge is in Chinese medicine. So your mind is located in the heart. You put your heart into something. It's really like committing to a process. So the fire element and the heart definitely relate there. In the body, we're talking about blood, vessels, complexion. A rosy, warm complexion relates to health and well-being. A pale complexion is really kind of more related to illness. You could think about it in regards to being anemic in the Western sense, kind of cancer, just being really exhausted. When people are not feeling well and they're not doing well in a big way, they're going to have a lot of pallor or paleness. Spirit-wise, the heart has to do with joy and feeling like contentment in your life and peacefulness overall. So we have all these kind of aspects going on at the same time related to the heart organ. That the heart also connects to the tongue. So speaking from your heart also relates to the heart organ there. Mobility of the tongue also relates to the health of the tongue. So you should be able to move it around in your mouth. If it's feeling really stiff, if you're having a lot of difficulty with moving it, then that can indicate that there's some problems going on there. And this doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to have a heart attack and die, but from the Chinese medicine perspective, it has to do with the heart organ system there. And so you want your tongue to also be moist and smooth and healthy. You don't want it to be pale. You don't want it to be dry. You don't want it to have purple spots. You don't want it to have sores and ulcers on it. These are all signs of the tongue being unhealthy and potentially a problem with the Chinese medicine heart there. The heart also relates a lot to sweat. So profuse sweating is something that happens when you're actually having a Western heart attack in that sense. Over exercise damages the heart. Anytime you're having too much sweat coming out, it's bad for the body. So you have to be kind of managing that. If you're too hot and you're sweating, you need to cool off. If you're exercising too much, you need to make sure that you're balancing out that with the hydration piece so that you're not causing damage to the heart tissue. What can you do to strengthen your heart? Well, you can eat red food. Red is the color of the heart, so all things that are red help to nourish the heart, which is also why I'm wearing a red sweater today, just because I'm a huge nerd and I love kind of all those references there. So watermelon, tomatoes, strawberries, beets, apples, rhubarb, pomegranate, these are all things that are red and they're going to benefit the heart overall. Cinnamon moves blood, so that would be a spice that could be helpful for the heart, benefiting blood vessels. Chives also benefit the heart, kind of a little bit spicy, get things moving there sort of aspect. And in regards to exercise, reaching up can be really helpful for the heart. The heart channel actually starts in the armpit, and so stretching and reaching and really making sure that you're working your upper body is important. I also read a study that was talking about conductors of like orchestras and stuff live longer because they use so much more of their upper body and they're getting all that lymph fluid circulating. So making sure that you're, doing a lot of, and you don't kind of do these sort of activities either when you're in a bad mood. It's kind of like, yes, yeah, like happiness, excitement. These are all kind of the motions of that sort of a feeling, and they definitely relate to the heart channel as well. Also, opening and closing your hands really fast helps to increase circulation down the arms as well, and so that can really get the tissues going and be beneficial for the heart. So these are things that you don't necessarily think about, because when we're talking about the heart in Western medicine, we're thinking a lot about cardio and, you know, calorie restriction, things like that. From the Chinese medicine sense, we're talking more about, you know, working the channels that relate to those organs. And so doing these kind of upper body activities would be helpful for you. So I hope you found that to be enjoyable. Make sure you come back again tomorrow. We're going to talk about the liver and how the wood element plays a role in your health and well-being. And we're going to kind of carry on the rest of the week talking about the different organ systems and how they relate. So make sure you tune back in again, 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern, here on Facebook Live for 10 a.m. Tea with Natalie. If you haven't already, make sure you sign up for the newsletter on the left-hand side of the business page there. It's newsletter sign up. Click on that, and you will get the weekly summary of 10 a.m. Tea delivered right into your email inbox for your convenience, so you don't ever miss anything. So have an awesome day. Take care of yourself, and we'll be back again tomorrow for a little bit more talking about the liver. Enjoy.